microphone me church here. Me ko interview be I this amini mamio. When podi esanka man too slow. Abonyu miensa so be mami. Ebi ameko be almost samini. Ene see you move be a one ya oye. Enti e udi ye mami nya me die. Well onye di ufiasem. Obi friend nyame no pinchi now. Afensu yasimu yebe yako. Eni ahobeto aweni na yashi di ufiasem. Obi friend nyame no pinchi now. Afensu yasimu yebe yako. Eni ahobeto na maweni na. Hey yashi no mapeteshi. Apio de ya, hey open swashi, jaya peteshi, and fambomu, and yes sebe, hey jai shik, and no ma peteshi, apio de ya, apio de yenchi, open swashi, jaya peteshi, and fambomu, and yes sebe, and when you need your bell, prum konani nyatene, and yen yakuko will be then ya will. Kwekube di kwetu mo proswe diabe. Eya yenya ubeto ne nyenya krofobeka. Nano nyami bo yasi odi obiane pamano. Dia uye na sasisu nenu wana ubeka. Eya yenya ubeto ne nyenya mafobeka. Ebinu malombo ne bisu no mbogo. Obi fiya se mwadani adriani ya udienu. Ya brefi koto ayati ne fiye. Nese binye uye tunarumia mi uwe ye. Omre nebeba mayabo ubeyi. Obi sumni busum no binjina. Obi rininsa nenya una uto. Obi shini tampi enya una uchichiri. Se ukrawe ya bad.
Say how mommy now. Oh, chef freestyle. I said, "Nothing so mommy okuti ana."
Aye, me born you mama promote. I born you 1,000.
I mean, Romanus, I miss you.
Oh, I miss you. I thought you were
you.
somewhere doing some UN. And I said,
In fact, prophesy at this moment. Prophesy.
IMF, you were
Prophesy,
bargaining with.
Oh, mommy, how many years from now?
Oh, I think so in the next 3 years.
Oh, Shay, I receive it.
In the
I
next
grasp
3
it.
years. In the next 3 years, I can have a home office.
So our office, behume, no, it brings a whole lot of problems.
But depending office are him.
But Otia say you agree with me. He says some officers know what Urema it could actually
test all spirits. So it's up to you to test the spirit that's prophesying to you to follow up, to go and and follow the office. The office which office is this? It can be office of the president, office of the vice president, office of opposition. It could be any office.
It could be any office.
It could be Microsoft office,
or Tesla office.
That's where you want to go.
Welcome once again to Z and Higwway 19. It's been a while.
How many years ago?
2, 3, 4 years. Wait, what?
Yeah.
It's been that long.
You see?
You don't look for me.
You don't look for me.
It's marriage. Marriage has made a difference. Marriage has made a difference between you and I.
Nah, it's not marriage.
But I'm happy for
but
you.
You
Congratulations.
Married.
You say? Why you won't spoil my market? Did I invite you to my wedding? The fact that you didn't invite me to your wedding doesn't mean I won't invite you to mine.
Have you heard of private weddings?
Ghana more secret weddings. I would actually get to that. But let's start from the top. Yeah, we'll come to that. How have you been, Romanus?
I've been okay, very good. Trying new things, pursuing, trying to discover self. Yeah. So we are in that moment. We are in that period now.
So a journey of self-discovery.
Yeah.
What would you say? Because I'm sure that if someone hears you, a young person hears Forster Romanus say that doing self-discovery, it sounds weird or strange because. We know you are an established comedian, a TV host, a musician. So what are you saying about self-discovery?
So you need to actually be able to know your purpose, right? Find it, because you are not just on earth for being on earth's sake. You have to. There is a reason you're on earth, There's a reason why I do all these things, radio,
Right.
TV, etc. So it should lead to something. So what is that thing, which is their purpose? So that is what we are trying to find. So it's not just about being on TV, being popular. There should be a cause to it.
So you're still trying to find your purpose on
It's very
earth.
important.
Okay.
You can never finish it until you are done, until you
Right.
die. Then God says, because God will call you when you are done. So when you are done, that's why Paul said, I have run the race.
Preach,
Because
brother.
he was done with the aim.
Oh no, I like that. I like
so
that.
it's a journey. You fall, you rise, and then eventually you discover this is it. You pursue it till you go home. Like Bob
Okay.
Marley said, one bright morning, when my work is over, I'll fly away.
You see, one thing I like about you, you have the biblical aspect, you have the Rastafari aspect, you have a bit of everything inside you, and it makes you the complete Romanus. How has work been? So what are you doing now? What actively?
Actively, we are still learning. We're still learning in comedy. We are pursuing academia. And then, we are also in the media still.
Right. Beautiful. Academia, so you're back in school?
Yeah, something like that.
What's happening? Munganje, because it's like everybody's going back to school.
I did my master's like last year. I graduated, I think, last year. This year was my first year. So I want to continue it.
Wow. Beautiful.
Important.
Why? Is the money you're seeing in the media space not enough? With the music, with comedy, with TV, radio, is it not enough?
Senior, and you're near Tia Opportunity no take advantage of it, because
Okay.
I feel opportunity is back for a purpose and a reason. You are here for a reason, so it didn't just come; it's for something.
Yeah.
So if you feel it's right, you take advantage of it and wait for when that opportunity or that reason no be bad, there you feel into it. Yeah.
Okay, so now let's get serious. What
Just a first thing need Jimmy.
only the proper kwemu? Only why need you? But yeah, so for a first timer who hasn't really heard you talk about yourself and your journey, right? But only sees or gets the narrative from other people, other blogs, and you know how the blogs will clickbait people, tell them, sell fake stories and whatever narrative to them. Let people get to know you for you and through your own words. Who is Forster Romanus, and what is his journey, or what has his journey been like?
So Forster Romanus is a very shy person who has found grace and is known as a comedian, does a little bit of music, is into radio, TV, acts a little, has some managerial abilities, and
But has refused to manage me. Let's put that one out there as well.
me boom.
Let's move
You
on.
should manage me.
Hey, chairman. I was going to say chair boss man.
No, you should manage me, because
Okay.
you have a lot of experience than I do.
You say?
You started before me.
Let's continue. Right, before they start calculating my
Yes.
age.
So yeah, for me, I chanced on what I am doing now. It found me. I didn't go pursue it. I didn't even know about it. But then it found me, and then it has brought me where I am now. So in a nutshell, you say Forster is an entertainer. Simple as that.
Beautiful. How did they find you? Comedy, TV, radio? Which one found you?
Yeah,
and how did they
so
come
comedy started it. Comedy opened the doors, because as at the time when I was starting life, I used to act. It was the dream, but then my director then, Ken Fiati, introduced me to Stars of the Future. And he said, don't think, go and do comedy. I didn't know about stand-up comedy. I had to go Google it, read it, and I said, okay. Tried one or two jokes I saw online, refined them, went to the reality show, came out second position,
Nice.
and then that
was the first attempt.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then the rest is history. Here we are. So it wasn't something that I knew I was pursuing. Like, I knew I was pursuing acting. But then along the line, people saw their whole, abilities in me that I could do extra.
Right.
So then they gave me the opportunity. and then I took advantage of them as well.
Beautiful. So what would you say that the journey has been like, or in this industry, right? In the comedy industry, in particular, how has the journey been like? Challenges you face, some good, bad things or experiences you would want to share. And then now we put it in the bigger space, which is the entertainment industry.
It's been I would say it's been very revealing. I mean, you grow because we didn't have someone holding us, telling us do this, do that. We had to discover it our own way, find it by our own self,
right?
And all that. So it's been eye-opening. You are like, oh, if I had known this, I would have done this at this time, at this point, I would have done that, etc. But all in all, it's what has brought us where we are. And that's at the time when we started. There were no comedians in Ghana. Ghanaian comedians are not funny. And now Ghanaian comedians are hosting their own shows. Others are traveling outside to, perform, etc. So it's now they actually add comedy to the entertainment discussions. I mean, once in a while, you have people discussing comedy and they are looking for comedians to discuss the industry of comedy. So, yeah, it's been eye-opening and we're grateful for how far. We are still babies, though. So.
Right. You're so humble. Anyway, just like he said in your submission, there are times where people say, oh, Ghanaian comedians are not funny. We hear that a lot of times. Some people even believe that a lot of them are into it because of hunger. Because of hunger, they come out and they say they are comedians just so they can make a daily bread. But what does it mean to you as a comedian when you hear people say these things? Does it hurt you? Does it affect your craft in any way?
At first, it did hurt because then you are trying to, get yourself the recognition, and then the people you want them to recognize you are telling you that. I mean, you don't put America. Like the people who you expect, so they will accept what you're doing and encourage you are telling you, Charlie, this thing you are doing, the empha. So it hurt at first, but then when we realized that no, we have what it takes, we decided to put away the criticism and then pursue, the cause.
Right.
So we just put all the hate comments that came and all the bad mouthing that came. We put them aside, and then we just set our eyes on the goal, and here we are today.
Okay, here we are today. Do you think that the Ghanaian comedy industry, or is there even a thing like that?
There is. We have an association.
Okay.
We have a president. So we are trying to get ourselves known, put ourselves, strategically position ourselves. Yeah. So there is an industry.
Because I believe that stage play for some time now is garnering a lot of attention because over the period we seem to have forgotten about it, but now we have the likes of Fifi Coleman, the likes of, a lot of them do George Quay and all.
We have one coming up this Saturday.
Are you part?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, the 25th of May at the National Theatre. It's called One Gallon.
There no free advert.
Oh, say me kase theatre ne course ne kono.
Okay.
One Gallon.
I believe that is not easy for you guys. Yeah. Until today that you're saying that there's an association for it, you have a president and all of that. I don't think a lot of Ghanaians know about it, or we don't even know. So unless, of course, someone knows or follows your craft on your social media, if they need a comedian for something, they know where to find you.
That's the problem.
So what are we doing?
I think that, so the whole entertainment industry we're calling is, I don't think is really entertainment industry.
So what is it?
It is a music industry.
You're saying, so what happens to the movies?
How often do we talk about movies? How often do we talk about all other form of arts? We are always talking about musicians. This whole week, it's been medical, Wale, fella. Nobody has discussed any other thing apart from that.
But whose fault is it? Just like I said, we didn't even know that there was an association for the comedy industry. So how are we at fault for not recognizing the other forms of art?
I will tell you why you are at fault.
Tell me.
How did you people get to know that Medical was doing, what do we call it, a show at the O2 Indigo? How did the media get to know? Medical didn't go to any radio station in Ghana or call any TV station in Ghana to tell them that promote my show for me. But for some reason, the people got to know, right?
Mm-hmm.
How did they get to know?
Because he announced it.
Where?
Social media.
Exactly.
Mm.
It was on our social media.
Okay.
Yes.
But so
the people have people they want to follow, and it's try news. So when I post it and I'm not insulting anyone.
So you think that now the insult is what sells?
Is it not?
Wow.
So then the other forms, it's just like we say sports. That's all about football. We are not talking about volleyball, etc. It's always football. So it's not an entertainment industry. It's actually a music industry.
Wow. How can we change that? Because
yes,
there are other forms of it.
It's by the media being interested.
But if you're doing something or you're really doing less, how do you get the interest of other people?
Less.
I'm asking.
I like the question because that's what everyone says. But you people, they approach me, and so I'm flipping it.
Okay, flip it.
Medical didn't cause it, but you've discussed medical.
Yes.
Why?
Because he's been in the news, he put it out there.
It was on his social media.
Yes.
And other people posted it because, like you said, clickbait. It was controversial. Ours wasn't controversial.
So nobody cares.
Yes. If right now I sit here and I throw a shot at Wally and I continue it, I can have about 10 interviews in a day.
Sure.
Everybody will want to tell me or ask me, what has Wally done to me? But if I post, I have a show coming up, nobody will pick it up and say, we just saw a flyer, you want to do a show at the National Theatre? No. Why? Because the National Theatre haven't added anything that is attacking somebody or anything. So it has become the thing that, okay, it's only going to be what everybody is talking about. Nobody is thinking of setting the pace where we are going to control the discussions or the narrative that goes on social media or in the, let's take social media space. In the media space, we are going to lead that discussion. Once in a while, you have some media outlets trying to have several discuss on some, entertainment issues. But that's just once in a while. Apart from that, it goes back to music.
Okay.
If the comedian is not having a show, he's not in an interview.
Wow. That's sad to know.
Me poetry.
But see, so just like you're saying this, right? You're saying that is as though the media is uninterested or we don't
it's not as though they are not. Do you know that if today if Medical had put a comedian on his show and the comedian bombed, he would have been popular?
Of course.
Why?
Because he had that platform he
bombed.
Hold up.
He
had the platform.
Obi has been to London, Kenya, and 2 other stations. Jumo Ojo just returned from, I think, Kenya as well. They've been to South Africa as well.
I get it. It's on their social media, right? You started off and you said that if someone is not insulting, the person is
exactly. Do you know how Obi Amposa became popular?
No, tell me.
It was after he said a joke about Mahama and people thought he had insulted Mahama.
Then it blew up.
Exactly.
Okay,
no problem. But before then, he was killing shows. But no Obi Amposa.
Okay. Before I say boy in media for listen to this.
Okay.
Just like he said the medical thing, right? I will. The medical incident, right? He had posted it several times on his social media. Yes. He had made noise about it. He was literally putting it in our faces. So it will get your attention, right? But if you just do it and you put it
on
down,
social media,
how many people follow you?
We put it on our social media.
How many people follow you?
Why?
Don't you think that the difference would be that Medical made or got their attention because he has been able to sell himself to an extent that he lives sort of rent-free in people's minds? How many comedians are doing the same thing?
Do you know
making sure that they are marketing themselves well or putting themselves in people's faces, their shows in people's faces at the least opportunity that they get?
Okay. Thank you for that question.
Most welcome.
Do you know that media houses follow these celebrities?
Yes, we follow everybody that
you don't follow me.
Listen. That's what I'm saying. So
exactly.
Everybody
so
who's
whose
made
face
the
am I going to put it in?
The public.
My social media space is there. 2 or 3 bloggers have also asked to help me or support me. Are also posting. I've paid for.
But have you reached out to any of the media houses? Medical did that. We
You do
are
that.
talking about medical
but that's what I'm
because
saying.
you use medical as an example.
I understand, but that's what I'm saying. That for a whole week, it was medical.
Because he had put it in people's
faces. Is it only
faces.
medical in the entertainment
That
industry?
was the whole idea.
So for 2 hours we are discussing medical. 1 hour we are discussing medical.
How many platforms
when
did
there
that?
there was in the chest of a woman last week Saturday, there was an overflow.
Whose fault was it? Did they put it in the faces of the people?
Go to social media. It's there. How do you
media.
put it in the face of the people? That's what I'm saying. You see, so this is it. If the media or if the entity is interested in it, how do you find news?
How about collaboration? I'm sure that medical's team, PR team, reached out to a lot of media houses and said that, you know what, this is the agenda. We want to promote. We want an interview.
That's what I said before, that there is no media outlet that is interested in setting the pace.
Not Zed. Zed is very, very interested.
And leading the conversation such that, yes, this thing is actually trending. But we are not going to follow trends. We are going to set trends. And you don't set trends by spending 2 hours discussing just one
thing. And that's
thing.
why I'm telling you that is Zed, we don't follow the trends. We look for the lights and the good in every aspect. So we
thank God for Zed.
Great. So back to the industry, to your industry.
I think that we don't have an entertainment industry.
It's just a music industry. So what are you doing as a comedian for your own industry to also become an industry on its own?
We are trying our best. When we're having our shows, we try to invite as many media people we can. We try to make sure that's out there.
Do you liaise with them?
Yes,
for
like
promotion
you're talking
as
about
well?
Partnership. You go out there, you talk to people. Sometimes they are like, you have to pay. If you are able to pay, you pay. If you don't have the money, you look for where you actually do it.
Wow.
Have some maybe butter, etc. Yeah, so we are trying to use the little resources we have, and we use it we try to maximize it as little as it is. But then yes, the thing is that if the people who are supposed to also put their resources behind you do it, that is it. Because me, I'm one person. But if Zed is talking about it, and Zed also makes it like a highlight for it becomes a highlight to another person. Yeah. Exactly. That's how it works. Okay.
So we'll be coming to your project soon, right? But I just want to ask this. Recently, or just yesterday in our Word on the Street, that's our trendy stories, we got to know that the DJs were saying that for the Play Ghana agenda to work, it means that it should be between the artists and the DJs coming together to collaborate and have some sort of respect for mutual respect, so to speak, because they believe that a lot of the artists, after fame, tend to forget them, the DJs who have put their songs on blast, right? Can we say the same for you comedians? Because I've also encountered a scenario where you are smiling because you know what I'm going to say. Not with you in particular, but where we had promoted brands or individual brands, but then when we needed them to also show up for us, they were demanding something. If I give you my platform to support your cause and I need you one time and you're charging me, don't you think that is where the discord comes about?
I learned this, just some 6 months ago.
Okay.
Ghanaians don't like to professionalize things. If you're using your platform to support me, thank you. But it is better it is put on paper. Because morally, you can't tell someone's character in the next 2 years or 3 years. They say, Abuano ho fa nanonko. Ne ho wa nanonko. Ano aye de bobosia. Enye no anye de. So yes, you would think you are helping somebody, which yes, we've had several platforms that has actually or have helped comedy. No two ways about it. But you see, like you were saying, there wasn't any form of professional attached to it. It was like boy. So today, like you're saying, Unishia, what do you so ni say? Me mao this platform, Obama me say back.
Now, what happened to Benkum Jarini Nifa Nani?
I know na make us say individual we can say attitude and our personality. Obi kai, obi nkai. Enti na make us say abuano ho fa I what do now poor. Who here a tomato cool you are. How you speak is different from when you are okay and now you, like you said, you're on top. So you feel say then why am I after all a win-win. But then if there was something put down, say Charlie, so we are helping you, we're going to give you a platform, we will show our brand because we believe in your craft.
Yeah.
When you are done or after this number of years, when we also need you, you give us that back. There's something binding.
Okay.
So we are looking at the side of say we are looking at a gentleman's agreement, but can we also make it a bit official, which is the only way we can use to reduce some of these things, because you get my point. And the thing too is that a lot of things come to bear when a person rises.
Sure. Because
Osano now say as a fair artist, quote unquote, no underground. No catch us talk to my manager.
Yeah, I know.
You get my point. A very different conversation.
Sure.
And on the phone, but I will drop your phone now. We all know what the wedding is, how it's going to go like, right?
Yeah.
But obey hey, now friend, no catch us talk to my manager.
It's understandable.
So you get my point. So it's just we have to do the right things because you never know who or what or how or when or why a person's character will change if they make a crime in they make
okay. All right, cool. So which industry or which government entity would you say has helped your comedy industry? Because like you said, we don't have an entertainment industry, but rather it's a music industry. So other forms of art are not recognized.
The art forms, they are plenty.
But you're saying that now because of the music,
how often do you talk about?
I will keep saying that is because probably you guys are not projecting yourself.
It's the projection, no. Yeah, in your projections. I mean, those times when they were talking about comedy, I used to call the people who said that in loud mouths.
Okay.
When comedians bombed, the comedians don't project themselves. The media will sit down and discuss the comedian.
Okay.
But comedian need blower. So no killing. Media didn't spend this hard time in comedian who has it. So who is projecting who?
Okay.
There was a show, Glow Laughter Fest. There were 5 comedians. I think 3 or so from Ghana. One person's performance didn't go well. Yanka tu na kanomo ya no
1 year. But so is there anything like bad press? Because you are the same people who keep saying.
So you get my point now.
There's nothing like bad press.
Now you're saying bad press.
I'm asking.
Hold on,
because it's like that's where your argument is that we dwell on the negatives as opposed to the positive. So
if you're not in any negative space, hardly do you get people to actually project you. The projection doesn't come.
So is the music industry always in the negative space?
Of course, almost always. If there's a beef right now, we'll discuss the beef for 1 year. Okay. As long as the beef is ongoing. We even know that Adi Akwe or the pet clouds. But still, a friend, and then they didn't come for conversation end like an hour about just that one thing. Meanwhile, when there was the lady who did the paint-a-thon.
Yeah, we talked about it.
How many minutes?
Countless. Almost all through from the beginning to the end.
But how often do we talk about painters or we actually interview them?
Right.
Poets, spoken word artists, ballet dancers. It's just recently a dance, a thing. Right? You get my point? So we calling ourselves entertainment industry, we haven't broadened the horizon to cover the entertainment aspect,
Okay, and you don't think that this is the responsibility of those in that
the individuals can only do much.
Okay,
Kakrano beting a platform, and maybe the little resources he has can talk to 1 or 2 people.
But what of coming together as an association like yours, and projecting? You keep hitting on us.
There's a ministry. So there are policies and all. So it's a chain.
So that's what I asked.
From the top. But then it boils down to say, that when you, as a media, as you have this platform now, you're on air for how many hours?
4 hours solid.
Do you know it's what you talk about that goes out?
True.
What I say will go out when I'm insulting. And what I say will go out if I'm not insulting is when you have projected it.
Okay.
So you have the right to make or unmake it. Because if you don't talk about it, there are people who are waiting till you talk about it before they say that this thing is worth it or not. If you don't talk about it, then they are not. How do you believe breaking news? It's when certain media houses have actually broken the news or have actually released the item, like, oh, yeah. It's the same thing.
Okay.
It is what you highlight that will be highlighted.
So what is the ministry doing? Just like I the creative ministry. Is it a creative? Hold on, I want to know. Is it like Romanus, relax.
Do you have the manifesto of the ruling party?
Yes, we do.
Do you have it?
Yeah.
Well, if you go and read it, then you answer yourself.
So wait, what ministry are we talking? The creative ministry, is that it?
The party came with their manifesto and they gave promises for each
industry.
Exactly. So just don't read any.
So wait.
Read entertainment industry and then go and do your findings. Then you will know that whether they actually lived up to expectation or not.
So they haven't lived up to.
I don't
so if
know.
you had to vote based on what they've done for industry, are you going to vote for them or not?
Who?
The ruling party,
the ruling
just like
party.
you said. Yeah.
My vote is my power.
So based on their promises to your ministry, or your industry, which you say that they haven't lived up to it, if you were to vote based on that, would they have your vote or not?
I can't tell now. You never know. They'll tell you at the end,
into which I'm at the
you never know what happened till 7th December.
I like how safe you're playing, but let's get to talk about music. Before we talk about music, let's take a listen to Forster Romanus, one of Forster Romanus' song, and then when we are back, we'll talk some more. You don't know.
Romanus won this one again. Better days, better days, better days. I'll come your way. Never stop. Romanus! Life goes on. Hey, challenges in our life are make we strong. Move on with your life, pretend like nothing is wrong. Hey, forget the errors, baby, just move on. Life goes on. I say every mistake make a do style. Fly high like an eagle, not a butterfly. Not just one time. Keep on try. One step forward, make a journey of 1,000 miles. Hey. As long as the rain is still a rain, as long as the sun is still a shine, none of them can stop judge a time. I saw them can never stop my time. A real man never show pain, not complain too much. One like a soldier, me say forward, me a match, I'm just okay. Not expect too much. Keep your lighters up and keep the fire burning up. Make us keep on keeping up and never stop, now. Life goes on. Hey, challenges in our life are make we strong. Move on with your life, pretend like nothing is wrong. Hey, forget the errors, baby, tell you just move on. Life goes on. This is my destiny. I have to make it. All my time, I know I have to waste it. Oh, what thing? So we.
All right, so this one is from Forster Romanus. Is this your song or is it not? Because
it's my song.
I feel they wouldn't even say you have a song.
It's called Life Goes On. I have 3 songs.
I know.
There's a new one I've released. I haven't promoted it. It's on my audio mark.
Oh really?
It's called Your Blessings. Yeah, you can check it out.
So will that be the second?
That would be my 3rd song.
No, I was going to ask you if that was going to be your second gospel, because I know you have a gospel song.
Yes, that one will be my 2nd gospel.
Okay, beautiful. Your Blessings, right? Now let's talk about music. Since you said that the only when it comes to entertainment industry in Ghana is music. Is that why you decide?
Moya montages, comedians in
musicians.
Opa.
So wait.
Yansha
The Victor. We'll
comedian
show you. Yes,
woman.
we've got a lot of comedians
Like
in
who?
our montages,
How
like
many
Forster
comedians?
Romanus, Obi and Ponsa, Lawyer in T, NGO,
You get it. So even in the comedy sector, yeah, what
individuals, yeah.
So
Yeah.
It's a muka comedy once a month. There's a lot to talk about. But yeah.
And
So the
same
music.
thing. So
So
now, but is it because you found out that okay, when it comes to entertainment in Ghana, it's just music? Is that why you decided to venture into music?
Oh no, I actually started singing before comedy.
Okay.
But then I used to do praise and worship at church. It was just that thing for me. Like I loved it. Until I chanced on Samini, I started liking Samini, etc. Music was a thing, but like I said, those Yemainan, it wasn't like a thing I had really thought of to pursue. But then when we started growing, who said there's a call, there is purpose near there. Then who said there's also, reasons why we have certain gifts.
Right.
So how do we utilize those gifts? So I always go back to Samini Jaishino boy. It talks about that.
Okay.
God has given you gifts. So before you leave here, make sure say whatever you have in you, you bring it out. Don't keep it.
Okay.
If I had not started, if the comedy thing, man, family, many Kenya mini. So make sure say everything that you have in you, explore.
Right. But what was the inspiration for this song? Life Goes On.
Life Goes On is basically about telling you that one, everything that happens to you, no matter how bad it is, it's not. It doesn't call for quits, or it shouldn't limit you. Definitely, life goes on. Ulusu obine, life goes on. Only accident, life goes on. If you lose your job today, life goes on. So there was a part I said, opportunity. You have to create your own opportunity. I don't believe in opportunity comes once.
You have to
create the opportunity, because when there is the creation, then that opportunity meets it, and then you are successful. But you don't wait for somebody to tell you that I'm thinking of this before. But when you have done it and someone is thinking about it, then the person thinks of you and brings you whatever business or contract it is. So
I see. Does this come out of a personal experience, or it was just a general thing?
For me, I've gone through that, because after school, when we're confused, what are we doing with our lives? That moment, and your colleagues are working here, are continuing
so
their
they
school.
won't come cry.
Adani outcast cry. And then that's a mini song, was one of the songs that actually kept me going. A lot of songs. So music was my thing.
Okay.
Joe Beach, to like Utia, it speaks to you. That's why I don't really enjoy most of the songs, because I'm a lyrics person. I want
pay attention.
To
do you vibe with Black Sherry songs?
Some of them.
Okay.
Yeah, some of them. Some too. I just tap my head.
And then you move.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. So music done, comedy done, marriage. I see a little pot belly growing there.
It was there before marriage.
You are lying. I don't mean anymore.
Me did them that.
Wash. But how has the journey of marriage been? How long has it been? 2 years or more?
Okay, marriage. I'm still fresh in marriage. It's a year.
Okay, yeah. Congratulations.
This is my second year.
So 2 years now, Namikai. How has the journey been?
Normal. We experienced that before getting married.
You say?
We had that experience before getting married. So
you've been married before?
No.
So how did you experience it?
Any man once and man married oh, by the same
Into that and
oh yeah.
Nothing different.
The only thing is that you know that you are going home to someone.
Oh.
Yeah, at least.
How does that feel?
It feels good that you know that okay, I have that one person that if even the world shuts down,
that's your person.
I can go back to the person and say, Charlie. At least somebody will tell you, don't worry, we can make it. Yeah, it feels good.
So why did you make your marriage a secret wedding? Because most of us were not invited and we thought we were your friends. We just saw on the blogs that you were married.
Stray bullet.
Main two straight
Anchor
bullets. So
questions,
I know what I can't.
Well, I mean, they are part of my life. I try to keep private.
Okay.
And I think that is one too. My relationship, I try to keep it private. Yeah. So it wasn't like I wanted to do a secret wedding and not invite people, but the circumstances, so I couldn't invite a lot of people.
Okay.
And Kamena is wedding me on National Theatre.
Hey.
Many event.
Wow.
Yeah, gate fee.
Ah.
The event. But I am massa because of the circumstances that came. It wasn't my fault.
Okay.
Yeah, Buju Banting said, circumstances made me what I am.
Lyricist.
Yeah, so it just happened that, man, to me, I'm planning how I would wish to him. But I'm very sorry to all those who were not informed and invited. In case secret rank, still there'll be people who will be invited. But
okay.
Yeah, very sorry.
That's okay.
Very well. I'm sorry I didn't invite you to
which one? Is that on the free?
You are you.
Ah.
Yeah. For you are host. I'm sorry.
All right, cool. But let's talk about this before you go. We'll come to your upcoming projects. I know Forster Romanus Incomplete, is an annual thing you do.
Yeah.
So we'll come to that. But you're a sports person.
I love sports.
You love
But
sports.
I don't love soccer.
But you love sports. So then it means that you like the original games as a Marjan's initiative.
That's brilliant.
It's brilliant, you think so. And how about the African games that happen in Ghana? Is it? Omodoka. How?
Let's continue.
No.
Me was
Finish dancing and get
No,
back
I think
to
they're
it.
all African games. They did well. I thought we could have done well with our promotions. But then they tried their best. We hope if it comes again, it will be that better.
Were you impressed with what we saw,
Not
especially
really.
those that were the things trending online, having other African nations speak about it on social media? How did you feel as a Ghanaian?
Really. It was bad. It was bad. And I think as a people, we don't know how to control the narrative on social media. It's bad though. Like hardly would you hear these bad things about other countries.
True.
It's not like bad things don't happen, but it's controlled. It's like a PR thing. The person wants you to know something and believe something, so they know how to plan it.
Yeah.
That is the same thing we can do or we should do. So at the end of bar, there are PR for the organization and committee. What did the PR do? Like those bad that you will come. If they're able to get some stories off the net, etc., these things are important because, like we say, we are promoting Ghana.
Yeah.
So we try as much as possible to reduce the bad. Obi Kowaye catch us untuma gufi in siwa bonting. Now then as my national is bonting when we know say we are trying to project a positive Ghana. The whites have been able to sell their town and their country to us.
Yeah.
And we look at how we are forcing to go there. It's not like there are no bad things happening there. There are, but why are we forcing to go there? It's because they've sold a certain image to us. So we should also be very cautious. It's a deliberate thing. Our sport, our entertainment, our arts, our everything. We should be deliberate about how we sell it. We know what to write. We know what to say. We know what not to say. There is NCA. Yo, bring it down.
And that's it. But you said that they owe you. What do they owe you?
Oh yeah, they should have put me on the committee.
The planning committee.
Yeah.
So that's why they owe you. Oh, okay. Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay. All right, cool. If you say so.
I'm being rough.
Now let's talk about Romanus Incomplete.
Yeah, so this year will be my 6th edition. Last year was my 5th edition. This year, it's always in December. And then I have Proskuneo.
Okay.
That is my worship annual gospel event.
Is this the first edition?
This is the 2nd edition.
Wow. A lot has happened with you.
It was on my social media.
I didn't see it. I'm not going to lie. Congratulations.
Yeah, so last year I did 1st edition. I used it to record some of the songs that I have. That this year is going to be more of a worship.
Okay.
encounter. So it's called proskuneo too.
Proskuneo.
Yeah, it's a Greek for worship.
Okay.
So it's going to be more worship, and then some original songs that I have also will be on there. And then
How was the first edition?
it was powerful. Not the full house, but then the people who came were blessed. I mean, people are now getting to know that side of Romanus. But people should know that when you are in the art space, you are not a devil. Yeah, you can also be a Christian and still be an artist.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So, but then we know, say, yes, Asha say, so we understand it. Yeah.
Okay.
So it's coming off in June 29th. It will be at my church.
Where's your church?
Atomic Energy Presbyterian Church of Ghana.
Okay.
Yeah.
Beautiful. And Romanus Incomplete?
It will be in December at the National Theatre as usual, 23rd December. It's a birth date. So when you are planning your December, know that 23rd December is
for Romanus.
Yeah, we are doing another mind-blowing experience in December. So we can't wait to share it, but it's too early. We don't know which party will win.
Wow. You don't know which party? Why? It's based off of what party is going to be.
I don't know.
Yeah, right. Anyway, so I'm sure that details will be on your social media.
Yeah.
So then let's know your social media so we can
it's
come
at
on
Forster
there.
Romanus on all social media. My Facebook has been hacked. I'm looking for someone to help me
to unhack it.
It's been hacked for 4 years now.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I'm in Sanka.
Kafra.
Yeah, so I don't normally do Facebook because I don't know what name to use again. A hard Forster Roman. The person hasn't posted anything since 2020
and has just taken the page.
I can't comment. I can't do it. So when you tag me and I don't respond, please bear with me. It's not like my shadow. But then I use Kwabena Forster as my answer if I want to. But then for Instagram, it's Forster Romanus. TikTok is Forster Romanus.
Okay.
And sometimes Twitter, Forster Romanus.
Sometimes Twitter.
Twitter, don't bro for one to me.
I tell you, it's a cold street out there. Umber circle.
Twitter.
Yeah, but you know, what message would you put out to the arts industry? Because right now, if I say entertainment industry, you say it's just music. So let's make it arts industry.
No, it's entertainment.
It's entertainment, but the focus you say has solely been on music. Yeah. So what can we do? Talk to us. Your last words to us as not just the media. Hold on,
as
the nation, the people, the ministry, now the media, the individuals, the companies, corporate bodies, and all. What message would you give to us?
We should be deliberate in selling ourselves. It should be a plan. That's why other nations have. One friend is saying national agenda. So they have a plan. By 2020 we should be here, we should do this by that. That is what we want. We want a very structured, tailored, intentional plan that will promote our arts and entertainment. So our movie industry, we know that if by 2020 we should have 5 movie a year, or we should have a Hollywood in Ghana. It is a plan. So it is intentional. So what medical will do, what I will do, what a painter will do, a spoken word artist will do, is collectively towards getting that done. That is the only way we can turn this thing around. And yes, I did a grenade.
Okay. Thank you so very much for coming.
Thank you so much for having me.
All right. So we are coming.
You see there.
Say
thank you for coming. I say thank you for having me.
Wow. Okay, so yeah, that was Forster Romanus. Unexpected. I'm not sure. My mind is running around. I'm not sure what. Don't explain.
You said thank you for coming, and I'm saying thank you for having me.
Okay, you're welcome.
The Bible said Adam knew Eve and they conceived.
Your mic is off. So that that has been a great conversation with Forster. Please go on to his socials, give him a follow, Forster Romanus everywhere, and also follow. He's got 2 events coming up this year. In June, he has the worship. Is it Esconia? Proskuneo. And then we also have Romanus Incomplete in December. Keep your eyes out for it. This is Higwway 1019. Ngozi will be joining us shortly with Word on the Street. But until then, let's enjoy tunes. The way Nabi hit for my left-hand side. Let's go.
I'm an accounting all these blessings around. Because I never know me one be count.